There we go. Cool beans. All right. Get set up here. Got your phone on? Go check the live feed, see if you can hear me. Oh, I got to scoot closer so I can't see the chat. All right, we already got Ronnie Moore and Jeremy River Rats here. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me fine? I gotta scoot back a little bit. Okay, good deal. Good deal. Hey, we got Rustic Outdoors, right? Oh, it's there. And we are on the Mississippi River, and we're throwing some fresh caught shad, skipjack. We've also got chicken and bluegill, and we just got here a couple of minutes ago, so we're set up. Let's see if we make something happen. Hey, Jersey River, I done said hi to you, but I'm gonna say hi again. Overland to water. Hello, hello. We're fishing in a where the spillway creek dumps into the Mississippi, because right now the river is so rough, the current's so tough out here. You can't you can't keep a line sitting still. It drags it back to the bank. I don't care how much weight you put on there. So we're gonna try this little drop off right here. I know y'all can see all them rods, so I've got 4 rods set up here. David's got 3 on the other side of me. So we've got a total of 7 rods out. Hopefully we can get something to bite them. I dropped the link for anybody that wants to come up. I didn't bring any lights, so we're going to fish till dark, I guess. Eddie Gross. Hey, Eddie. Thank you. Thank you. We'll see. I'm really counting more on, because this is not a heavy current area right here. Maybe get into some channel cat, more likely than we will blues. But I have caught blues here before. How long are we going to be there? We're going to be here till we can't see the rods, Ronnie. Yeah, we may set this bank on fire. It's all grass and light it up. I know the last 3 times I've been fishing, I've got skunked, and that has never happened to me before. The entire year long, not one time have I been skunked until the last 3 trips. CVA, what's up, my friend? Man, I've got to catch fish. I've got to catch fish. 3 trips in a row with nothing. That has never happened to me before in my entire life. Never. So we're changing up spots. We're changing up tactics. Have we got any chicken out? Have you got chicken out, David? Okay, David's got chicken out. I've got 3 rods with shad on them and 1 with skipjack. He's got chicken and skipjack. I've got some live bluegills. We may try them a little bit. Let's see, nothing wrong with channel cats for some silk. That's pretty much all we got. Yeah, we're going to be fishing for dinks probably. But you know what? I don't know if y'all can see on that. You see that little point on that island, right? God, it's hard to do that. Right there. That little spot right there, tip of my finger. If you ever watched that video of me catching that big flathead catfish, right there is where I caught him at. Right there is where I was at when I caught that big flathead. Mike Turner's in the house, and Lance, my coup guy. Hey, Lance. We've had the rods in the water for maybe 5 minutes. We'll see what happens. But the bite has been off on the Mississippi River bad. Nobody's been catching anything. I think Steve Adams, way down river from us, he's about 386 miles from us. And Steve has been fishing hard, and I don't think he's caught anything yet. David's down there making just a video. Dankover State catfishing. Thank you, thank you. Man, I just want to catch, if I can catch one fish, it'll break this skunk. I know this spot right here, you do not want to fish this spot in the hot part of the summer because it's a shallow flat that drops off to a channel, and we're throwing out into the channel right before it hits the flat. But if you come out here in the summertime, this is nothing but gar when it's hot. You cannot fish here. You throw out there and it is nothing but gar, nothing but gar, nothing but gar. Just waiting on that bite. Alvin Lewis, welcome, welcome. Hey, Alvin. How you doing? I don't know what time is it, 2:19. It gets dark here right around 5, so we got a little less than 3 hours of fishing. Hey, look at this. Hey, skipjack are popping right here. And I didn't bring the skipjack rod with me. Yeah, you got skipjack popping right here. I got skipjack hitting topwater 10 feet off the bank all around me right here. There's a whole school of them. And I did not bring my skipjack rod down here. It's in the back of the truck. And it is way down there. We used the, I'll show you. This is how we got to where we was at today. The old trusty Dash Stone Outdoors beach cart. Load that cart down. Load that cart down with everything you want to get, and you go about a mile. We drug that thing, well, it's probably about a half a mile to the truck. But we carried all the gear, the cameras, the poles, the bait, the tackle boxes, the chairs, rod holders. Loaded it all up on the cart and got it on down here. I did bring my little bitty tiny portable light with me. We can run a little longer. It won't be able to see the rods with it, but get it out there, David. Did you have a bite, or you just always washing up to the bank? Oh, no. You can't throw 2 ounce here. If you need some heavier weights, I got 3s, 4s, and 5s over here. If them little old rods will handle them. Love will break that rod throwing that kind of weight. Let's see. I'm trying to get me some free handmade musculars. Hold the guy. I'll show him on. Boy, chat with me. So the guy will show them on my channel and put his info in the description. Well, there's an idea. Look, there's a spot. I go. I try to watch them rods in that camera, but I can't see them very well. There's a spot. I go down on Dawson's. That is a little over a mile long. Overland the water. You got a place called Donaldson's? Because that's Donaldson Point right over there on the Mississippi River, Donaldson Point. Donaldson Conservation Area. I don't think we're talking about the same place. David's having to reel all his rods in and put heavier weights on there. He's fishing with too light a weight. Just waiting on a takedown. Overland of water. You talking about Dawson's Point in Missouri, near New Madrid, Missouri. You know where that's at? Dawson Point Conservation Area. Oh, please, just want to see one of them rods go down. Holy crap, man! When next time you're up here fishing, we're fish over here every at least 3 times a week. That's where we fish at. If you're ever up here, holler at me, man. I fish there. David fishes there. A bunch of other guys around here fish there. Scroll up a little, I'll see who I am. How far up? Oh, didn't mean to do that. Hell, I lost it. I think I messed my chat up. Steve Adams. Oh, it's okay. You're overland. Wait a minute. What's the name of that? Overland to water. I'm thinking that. What is that one? Fields to water. I'm getting you confused with them. Richard Jarvis is in the house. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. I'm telling you right now, we're fishing in a Hail Mary spot and hoping that we can land a fish. I don't care if it's a baby channel cat. I'm counting it. I know Steve. I think Steve fished yesterday. Steve, did you do any good? It said his name is Brandon King. Oh, Brandon. Yeah. Well, crap. He's like my second cousin. Brandon King in the house. Overland to water. I didn't know you had a YouTube channel, man. I'll have to check that out. You never said nothing to me. Or if you did, my old mind forgot it. Oh, Steve, you still ain't caught nothing? Well, see, that's not encouraging for me. If Steve Adams ain't catching nothing on the Mississippi River, then that means they're not biting, y'all. If Steve ain't catching them, the fish aren't biting, which is not a good sign at all. I got slack in 2 of my lines. I need to go tighten them up. I'm going to drop a link if anybody. Do, 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 do. There it is. I was watching that one rod tip. It looked like it was moving just a little bit. There's David Rogers from Rustic Outdoors, y'all. You can see them. You can see them. We can see every one of the rods all down through there. As long as you don't stick your belly out anymore.
I can't help that. It's good.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Nah, it's stinking seagull. Man, we are infested with seagulls over here. I threw out a rod while ago and threw it real high in the air, and a seagull tried to grab my bait. Is Joy here? Joy, hey, hon. Got David Rogers with me. Rustic Outdoors.
That pole moving.
Huh?
That pole moving. Right. Come back out.
Yeah, I think it's caught one in cross kind. It almost looks like those rods are crossing each other. I don't know. I may have to re-throw that. It looks like the lines are crossing each other.
Throw something.
Yeah, they're right on top of each other. Yeah, they are. I'm gonna leave it be because there's nothing tangled there. It's just if I hook something on that, if I hook something on that big black rod, I'll have to go over the top of the white one because it will definitely get tangled up. We've got 12 people in here. 12 people watching. Fantastic. We've been here for 15 minutes and 24 seconds.
Got poles carried all up.
Yeah, there's seven rods out down through there with different baits on them. If we don't if we don't get a bite, then they just ain't biting. Well, what happened to the blue
Like this, I'm gonna go get some sardines
this year? But
next time I go out.
they never showed up down there. Well, man, we got seagulls up here like crazy, and they will, if you leave your bait sitting out, they'll swoop down here and grab your bait and take off with it. They will take your bait. I'm trying to keep this coat wrapped around this camera because there is some wind, and that coat blocks the wind a little bit. Oh, here we go. Get that over there without blocking the screen. That'll work.
I heard the clearing bell down there a while ago.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, a lot of times these hearing aids mess up the live stream. Good deal. We just need a fish now. All we need.
Need that barge line.
Need a barge bite. I don't know. We're sitting on this sandbar. If the barge comes by, it's awful to get our feet wet. No, I'll have to grab this camera and run with it. Oh, man, I had it sitting here one day, and the waves come up, and I was way down the stream from it. And I looked up just in time to see the legs starting to go over on it, and I got there just before it tipped over into the water. The water washed the sand off from under the legs of the tripod. Thank you, Joy. We got 13 people in here now. Lucky 13, that's my lucky number. But I'll take more. I should have brought my skipjack rod down here because we could have been catching skipjack while we was waiting on a bite, and y'all could have watched that. But them skipjack are jumping all up in here right now.
Hey, Frank, I'm gonna be here in the morning or over there.
I got to work tomorrow. I can't be here.
I might walk down this bank see if I can catch that fish.
Well, they were jumping right there just a minute ago. Whole bunch of them. We got stripers out there popping the top water too. Striped bass. Yeah, I'd be happy if I could hook the striper right now. I'll take one of them. I will take a striper. I'm not gonna count it for breaking the skunk, but it'll it'll let me reel in a fish. If I'm getting skunked on catfish, I don't count stripers. But I will catch one. What you got? I know the fish are jumping out of the water all over the place over there. Right where that shallow, where that flat hits that drop off. I've got 2 rods in this shallow flat, and I've got 2 of them way out in the channel. We'll see what happens. Scott Swift. I don't know if I saw him a while ago or not, but I see him now. Joy said she'd take a turtle if she could catch one. I just want to bite. I want to see the rod bend. I ain't seen a rod bend in 3 days. 3 days I haven't seen a rod bend. Man, that white pole has got a ton of slack in it. Let me go tighten that line up. I got a ton of slack dropping in this one. Yeah. I don't know what's happened to these stuff. Man, it's just like turning on the light switch and turning it off. But man, we were catching uh, big quality fish every day. And I mean, it's like flipping a switch, they just shut off. No, I'm getting bumped. I'm getting bumped on this first rod here. It's a little, he's just pecking it though. That's the first sign of a bite. First sign. But I guarantee it's a little bitty dink channel cat. I almost guarantee it is. Do what? You got a bite on the chicken? We might get something going on here. I don't want to jinx it. Don't want to jinx it. Got two rods tapping, but they're, I guarantee you, they're little dink catfish. They're little bitty ones. Because they're just pecking at it. And it could be eels. I catch a lot of eels here. Mud Dugger, what's going on? Come on, fish. Yeah. Just let him peck at it. When he gets on there, he'll bend it down. Oh. No, I ain't killed no chicken in at least a week. Yeah, there's a lot of them Asian carp up in here. Big head carp and silver carp. Well, I didn't bring the snagging rod. Normally I can sit right here and throw out there and snag those carp. I think I'm gonna come down one day and make another video of that. Oh, you guys are so funny. uh, y'all can say what y'all want, but that chicken that I killed won that Iron Cat tournament. That's what won it. And that same chicken almost beat J Dog. He beat me by 4 pounds in Jody's tournament. 4 pounds is all he beat me by. Well, it's 4.3, I think. He beat me by 4.3 pounds for first place. So that chicken almost won me 2 tournaments back to back. It got me second place in one tournament and first place in another. So that was a pretty good chicken. And yes, it was the same chicken. Yeah, what you got to watch here on the shallow flat, like I said, it drops off. I mean, it drops straight off. There's a shallow flat out there. It's maybe 6, 8 foot deep, and it drops off to infinity. But the eels come up from the channel and they'll swim this flat and eat up all the little bait fish that's getting cut up in the. There's a spillway dam up that creek right there, and those shad get banged up in it, and the eels all pile up in here and feed on them. And I'm hoping later toward the evening that some catfish will move up here and start feeding on them. Okay, Ronnie, we'll see you in a little bit. Mud Dugger, don't be feeling no sorry for no chicken, because I guarantee you, the many a chicken have died for you in your lifetime. Just because they came from Colonel Sanders don't mean it wasn't killed. Eels, I catch eels here all the time, and I've never tried them for bait. But I see them guys on the Potomac using them, and next eel I catch, I guarantee you he's getting chopped up. I caught one this year, matter of fact, about 300 yards that way, downstream. I caught my biggest eel this year. He was a little over 4 feet long. The biggest one I've ever seen caught. Usually they're 2 foot or less. Usually you get about a 2 foot eel out of here. That's a big eel, but I caught a 4 footer this year. I got a video of that somewhere, but it's just on, I think I just put it on Facebook. I don't think I put it on YouTube. They're just picking that chicken. Did he? What kind of hooks you got on there? Okay. That's it. What size circle hook? Is it a big one? May need to downsize to one of these small 6/0. I got some 6/0 hooks if you need any. But right now I'm running 8s. Because I'm out, like I said, I'm out there in that deep, deep channel. Old river's slapping up in here. Hey, we're up to 16 people watching now. We may have to build a fire. I wish old Apache'd show up in here somewhere. Annette Morgan, hello, hello. Annette. We have been here for 26 minutes and we've had 2 little bites. No takedowns. Is he fishing somewhere? Is he live streaming or just fishing? Well, he can come up on here if he wants. We'll bring him up. We'll make a fishing party out of it. I didn't say catching party, I said fishing party. But I know there's a lot of fish in this river, and for them to just to quit biting is really, that is very unusual. I've never seen this like this before. I don't care what time of year it is. You can always come out here and catch at least one fish. But for me to have 3 trips in a row with no fish has never happened to me before in my entire life. Never. And I've been fishing this river for over 40 years. And I've never had 3 trips in a row where I got skunked. I'm gonna blame it on Lee Evans. I've been watching too much Lee Evans and it's rubbed off on me. I'm fixing to throw a piece of chicken out there in the water as an offering, I guess. Na, 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 na. I'll tell you something I got to do is everybody that I'm subscribed to, I try to keep them listed in a notebook because I went back through there the other day and they had unsubscribed me from almost half the people that I had subscribed to. And every now and I still want to. Want to be outdoors. Hey, what's up? Say hi and give you my thumbs up. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Haven't been to bed yet from yesterday. I know I was watching you fish yesterday. Got called out to search for a plane crash. Oh man, I hate to hear that. All right, wannabe. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Get you some rest, brother. I watched him yesterday fishing. Yeah, I've been out here fishing New Year's Eve, Christmas, and yesterday. And that's 3 days in a row that I fished and did not catch a fish. Um, and I wasn't going to go live today. I wanted to go live Christmas Eve, but I got up and looked on there and there was a bunch of people live, so I didn't go live. And I thought, well, I'll go live on Christmas. Well, I went to go get live on Christmas and a bunch of people on there, so I didn't go live. And I thought, well, you know what? Surely they'll all be tired from New Year's Eve and Christmas, and I'll be able to go live the day after Christmas. Nope. Yesterday I come up on here, everybody was live, so I didn't go live. Well, fourth day in a row, I tried to go live when anybody else going live, but I'm not going 4 days in a row and everybody else live and me not. So I went live today, dadgummit. Especially when you got the same people going live 3 days in a row and I'm not going live because they're live. I'm like, well, you know, sometimes you just got to go. Hey, Bugman. Yeah, we try to keep it down a little bit. We're going northeast. Hello. Great to see you, Northeast. Randall Rhino. What's going on? Yeah, because David was going to go somewhere and fish and go live, and I was going to go somewhere and fish and go live. And I said, well, instead of having 2 live streams going, we just buddied up and went down here and just go live at the same time. That way we open up a little bit of room for somebody else. 2 shows, price of 1. 2 shows for the price of 1. And if you guys ain't got Rustic Outdoors, I know most of y'all do, but anybody out there that doesn't have Rustic Outdoors, go subscribe to his channel. We try and get David on up there. Dronalist. Man, did you see the size of that thing come up out there? Man, that thing was 6 feet long, whatever it was. I don't know. He had a tail on him, looked like a back of a Chevy. Or a fin off one of them old cars. I don't know what it is, but if it bite my hook, I'll reel it in. I ain't been seeing many gars. Too cold for them. Found your channel through Rustic Outdoors. Fantastic. Appreciate you. Yeah, I haven't put anything up in a long time. I thought, man, I better get some videos up or something. Or people gonna think I disappeared. Aaron, Happy New Year, Aaron. Coming up, buddy. All right. We got 17 people watching now. All we got to do is catch a fish and make it worth their time. Come on, fish. I know we got good bait, man. We got good fresh bait. I've got a skipjack on there that I just caught. You know, what time is it? We've been on 33. I caught him 5 minutes before we came on here. So you can't get no fresher than that. He was still alive when I cut him up. And I've got shad on that I caught with the cast net about an hour ago. Northeast Drone has hit over 1,000 subscribers. Congratulations, buddy. Fantastic. Chucky Morgan. What's going on? Man, we need to catch fish, David. Can't let these people down. We got to catch something. Y'all, we can only do what the river will give us, though. The river giveth and the river taketh away. It's all in God's hands. He's the one that controls that, not me. We can throw the bait out there. We can't make them bite. Right now, we just got a couple of dink nibblers. I'm really hoping the fish move up into this channel here in a little bit. Oh, bump on the big rod. I got a little bump on that big rod. They're just pecking it, though. That's the one with that skipjack I just caught 20 or 30 minutes ago. Little bump, little bump. Mm. Fishing the dot. Welcome, welcome. We're gonna hook something up here in a minute. We'll get something on there. You watch them rods. Something's gonna happen. I just believe it. It's been too long without a fish. We got to break that cycle. Mm-hmm. Yeah, about 3 hours sleep. Doctor's appointment. Now plumber. Dang, Mike. Mike, was that you that was under quarantine, not because you had COVID, but because you were exposed or something? And if it is, how long you got? I think your quarantine's over. Is it today or tomorrow? He ain't got the COVID. He was just exposed to it. Feature share. We need to catch a fish. If we catch anything, I'm gonna double down on it. I'm gonna catch it on the camera and I'm gonna get it on live stream. I got the two other cameras are still in the truck. I didn't feel like carrying them down here. Come on, fish. Well, that water's calming down right now. It was splashing the shore real hard. But the wind's died down. I may be able to put my jacket back on here in a minute. That's got to be Little Big Channel Cat. Look at that. You see that? Man, them fish are jumping out the water out there. I mean, they are coming completely out of the water. I guarantee you that's an invasive carp. It's got to be. Yeah. You went live, and here we are, Danny. Thank you, Jersey. I appreciate you. Don't forget, y'all, Rustic's here with me too, right there. And if he hooks up a fish, I'm gonna grab this camera and run down there. Whisker Dreams, what's up? I can't fish worth a lick if the fish don't bite. I've thrown everything out there except for a stick of dynamite. But we won't be out late tonight, guys, because I gotta drag all this stuff a half mile back to the truck. Just need one fish. I think I need to spread those out to where I'm going out like just off the shore, a little bit further out, a little bit further out, a little bit further out. But because I'm using different baits, I've got them thrown out there pretty much the same distance. The only one I can see catching fish today was Mike Greenwell. Yeah, Mike caught some fish today. Now, you know what? I want to see Greenwell get on the bank and do that. Whoa. That gun, what's his deal? You see that man fish down there was walking on the water like Jesus. Did you see what it was? It was a carp? There may be so many daggum carp up in here, they've got all the catfish run out. You know, that's something I've wondered too. Annette Morgan. Annette just hook set me and you both. Thank you, Annette. We appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Now, if we can just catch a fish to show you how much we appreciate it, it'd be nice. But like I said, we're trying. We're trying. The river is not doing well right now. Tell Rustic to jump in it. Hey, they said next time that cart comes up that they'll get you some more hook sets if you'll jump in the water and catch it. What are you at right now on your subscribers? 92? I think Rustic is at 92. If y'all ain't subscribed to Rustic, let's try to get him to 100. I'd like seeing old Rustic get to 100. Melissa scares me. Yeah, it'd be cool if we catch fish and get Rustic to 100. It'd be a great day then. Especially if I catch a fish. I tell you what, that's the deal. Y'all get him to 100 and let me catch fish. Here comes that barge. He gonna throw them waves way up here on my feet. I'm gonna throw the link up. Else come up here. We'll see. I don't know if that took or not. There we go. There it surely did. Yeah, Mike, you've been running pretty hard, man. Barge bite. Y'all see that barge? I don't think you can see that barge from there. Let me just turn around here. I don't know if you can see him or not. He's right there. Big old barge. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deep and 3 wide. The biggest one I ever seen come through here was 12 deep and 5 wide one time. It actually had 2 barges pushing it. I am in southeast Missouri. Right now we are, I'm from a town called Malden. And right now we are on the Mississippi River over by New Madrid, Missouri. Who we got in Joy? There's add the stream. What's going on, man? We got Joy. There's add the stream. Oh, what's going on, man? Man, I've got Joy. David, I don't know if that's you or what. Is that you?
Turn yours down.
David,
You have feedback. Turn down.
You or what? Is that Joy doing that?
There you go.
That's better.
You have to read it.
I know it, Mike. I know it. Hey.
No, Joy's over there.
Yeah,
Get
but
away.
I'm glad you guys were here though, because
Joy's
you remember
over
what
there.
you know what happened last time that you guys were watching me. Hey,
What do you think?
He said, "You know what happened last time Scott was watching me?"
Yeah, he went noodling.
Scott, yeah.
That
Well,
was funny.
I will gladly do it again for a fish.
Yeah,
I got you.
Daddy
I
had to
got
go
you two.
noodling for his catfish.
Hey, I got you two here now, so my good luck charms are here.
Aw,
We just gotta make something happen.
yeah.
Mm.
I don't know. This river bite's been really tough.
Yep.
We can't get up. The only thing I can figure is
Well, turn yours up a little bit so I can hear it.
the water levels have been going up and down, you know, just so much. And the temperatures they've never stabilized. And I think it's got these fish really messed up. Oh, Richard Cluck, he's been fishing early in the morning and he usually catches Usually about between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning, he always catches fish on chicken. And I don't even think he's even been catching anything. But we're going to keep going every day until we break this cycle.
There you go.
Think about
Don't give up.
I won't. The day they start biting, I'll be here. I'll go through all these crappy days just to get to the good ones.
There you go.
strawberry hot dogs.
You got hot dogs today?
No, I got shad, skipjack, and bluegill. David's got skipjack and chicken.
I'm telling
We
you,
got 7
strawberry hot
rods out. I
dogs.
got out 4. He's got out 3.
Joy has real good luck on strawberry hot dogs.
Really?
I
Yep.
really do. On blues.
On blues and Channel Cat.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's been so long since I caught a fish, I'd throw out a potted meat sandwich if I knew they'd bite it.
Even the fish won't eat potted meat.
Mm. I usually just use minnows. I do real good on catfish with minnows.
I forgot about it. I caught some, I pulled my bait trap up earlier today. And man, it was full of little creek chubs, about 4 or 5 inch long creek chubs. Had a whole bunch of them in there.
Oh, there you go. That'll
And
work.
I may pull one of them rods and put a creek chub on there and see if that makes a difference.
Yeah.
There you go.
A little something different out there.
Well, you got them great big catfish there.
Do what?
I said, you got those great big catfish there.
Yeah.
So I've gotten 2 big ones out of Lake Fork, but they're far and in between out here.
Most of them here are blues, and they're like maybe 3 pounds.
Yeah, on this big river, right now in the state of Missouri, the state record for a blue cat, I think is like 135 pounds is a state record.
Wow.
That's
And
crazy.
I guarantee you there's bigger ones out there.
Oh, yeah. I know they're all on the Mississippi.
Oh yeah. That's a lot of water to hold. There's
Oh,
plenty of
yeah.
room out there for a fish to grow.
There's been divers that went down there at Lock and Dam 14, and they went down there. They had to do work on the rollers, and they came back up and they said they ain't going down there again. He said there's a catfish down there that opened his mouth. He said the diver said I could have walked right in that mouth and not touched the bottom or the top of his mouth.
Good
He
God.
said that thing was
Hey.
huge.
There's my good friend Jeremy Holloway in the house. Hey Jeremy, how you doing?
Hey, Jeremy.
Jeremy Holloway's from my hometown of Malden. Matter of fact, he works for the city just like I do. Only I do the water department. He does electric department.
I got you. Yeah, I see him around every once in a while.
Yep. I could tell that Michael Pridemore set up his YouTube account for him, though, because he misspelled his name.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Oh.
Michael did that.
Oops.
Yep. He spelled it Jeremy.
Jeremy. Yeah, I saw that.
Jeremy Holloway. Yep. Michael misspelled Jeremy's name. He put the E behind the M.
Oh, boy.
Well, what's David doing down there? He's just checking his bait. I'm going to put one of those creek chubs on that shortest rod right there, I think.
There you go.
And
Got to
Let me
try something different.
let me put a different bait on there. Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to get out, but they're dropping the water in the lake so bad right now that the docks are on beaches. The water's like 10 foot away from the dock.
There's drop off ledge right there, boy. I tell you what, pulling that sinker over that ledge is tough. Yeah.
I think that's where Danny had to go noodling for his catfish that day. It got hung up on that ledge. It was pretty funny though. He wasn't gonna let it go.
Oh, that little booger's still alive.
There you go. That's
Little
even one
creek,
better.
that gum. Creek chub. That'll work. Oh, he's little though.
You're gonna lose that thing yet, Danny.
That hook's bigger than the bait.
Uh-oh, tree rat.
Mm-hmm. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. You got a top.
Oh,
You
I
got
hope everybody had a good Christmas out there. Ours was pretty decent. We didn't go anyplace. We just stayed here and we had a spiral cut ham that we got, and Joy made homemade cream corn and some other things. She makes a lot of stuff from scratch. Turns out pretty good.
You don't sound like you're going hungry.
no, you don't go hungry. Do you?
No, I don't go hungry. That's for sure.
Oh, that wind's dying down. I'm gonna put my jacket back on. I had it over the phone so the wind noise wouldn't be on there. But since there's no wind, I'm gonna put my jacket back on. Cause it is getting a little nippy out here.
We sat
It's
here.
kind of cool out there, huh?
Its temperatures dropped quite a bit.
Yeah, it's real warm up here or down here. We're sitting outside right now, and I don't know. It must be close to 80.
Well, there's a lot of moisture in the air here, which makes it a little bit colder.
Oh yeah, and you're right down on the river.
Yeah. And then there's a fog rolling in from down south coming up this way.
Yeah, we had that the last couple mornings. It was real foggy out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling everybody a minute ago that they're dropping the water. They want to repair the dam, so they're dropping the water way down in the lake. Most of these docks that are around here are about 10 foot away from the water's edge, But they're telling everybody, if you want to fix your dock, you got to do it now, or they're going to start finding them once they start filling the lake back up.
Oh, wow.
I got a lot of older docks out here that they don't need a lot of work, but they need some work.
Especially public, if they're open to public.
Yeah, if they're
Well,
open to the public, they have to fix them.
Well, this river here is dropping and rising. So, I mean, it's just weird how fast it's doing it. Because where we're sitting right now, this morning it was underwater.
Really?
Yeah, like you see all that sandbar and stuff here.
Yep. Yep.
This was all underwater this morning.
So it looks like it's probably dropped, what, 4 feet?
I'm gonna say at least 3,
Yeah.
and that's in less than a 12-hour period.
Yeah, they used to do that on the Mississippi. They used to drop the water about this time of year because of the spring. It would flood so bad, so they try and drop the water.
Yeah. You know, a lot of guys said they don't like it when the river gets way down low. They like to fish it when it's high. But I'm just the opposite. The lower this river is, the more I like it. And I have a theory behind that. Because when you get less water, you concentrate the fish. Whenever it comes up real high, they spread out. Say, like if you took 12 catfish and you put them in a swimming pool, okay? You can go out there and fish in that swimming pool and catch catfish. But if you take them same 12 catfish and put them in a bathtub, I guarantee you'll get a bite quicker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So my theory behind that is less water. It condenses or restricts the fish to a smaller area, and you get better bites.
Yeah, but I've never had any luck when the water was dropping. I've had better luck when the water was coming up than going down.
Well, if we get another drought like we had this year, uh, if we get another one this coming year, I'll be out fishing a lot, and I'll show you what I mean. Because there's times that you can walk out in the river, you can walk out 100 yards and not even get your knees wet.
Oh boy, that's not good.
Well, the thing is, you fish that at night, and those catfish come up in there in that shallow water. It's about 2 foot, 3 foot deep.
Oh,
And
there
man,
you go.
you can sit there with a spotlight and watch the catfish chasing the bait fish around in that shallow water.
Wow.
And you throw a cut bait out there in front of them, you could actually sight fish the catfish at night.
Wow.
We'd
So
sit here
where's
and throw,
that?
we'd sit here and throw lights out and watch them swimming, and their backs almost coming out of the water. And if you throw out and get in front of them with a cut bait,
Yeah.
they'll hit it every time.
What's feeding the river that you're in?
The Mississippi River starts way up in what is that? Is it
Oh, the
Minnesota?
Mississippi.
Or,
You're on the Mississippi?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
on the
that
Mississippi
starts
River.
up in Minnesota.
Yep.
It's up in
See it?
Minnesota. It's a little tiny creek up there.
Yep. You can step across it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're sitting in Missouri right now, and if you look across the river over there, that's Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
That's the problem, Denny. You're on the wrong side of the river, honey. You need to
Honey,
get
with that 16-foot rod, I can almost put it over there in Kentucky side.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
If you look on the Google Earth, the line is right in the middle of the river that separates Missouri from Kentucky. I can actually sit in Missouri and throw my line over into Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see, if you was fishing on the Kentucky side, I'd call a bunch of kin folks and send them your way, and you'd be swarmed with a bunch of hillbillies.
Yeah.
Probably
Well,
bring you
there's
some
sometimes I'll
moonshine,
take
too.
my boat and go across over there. But I haven't put the boat in the river in almost 2 years.
Oh, wow. Yeah, as long as you're on the water, you don't need a Kentucky license. But if
Right.
you get out of your boat or get on land, you need a Kentucky license.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
It's just people can't own waterways.
I know. Crazy.
Yeah, actually one of the best places to fish. You get in a boat and you go, let me get it right there. There's a little point right there
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I know where that's at.
in Kentucky, and you go over there, and man, you talk about a deep hole right around that where the
Yep.
river curves around.
Yeah, where it's carving it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Joy's from down that area in Kentucky.
Really?
No, I'm from East Kentucky. He's on West Kentucky.
Oh.
But still, I have lots of kin there.
Yeah, she's from what was it called? The Holler?
The holler. Yeah.
She's from the Holler in Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
In Harlan County.
Harlan County. But she had a lot of kinfolk all over in Kentucky.
Well, we if you go upstream, it ain't far upstream. The Ohio River dumps into the Mississippi, not far from where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go.
That's where the big channel cats are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where Big Mike got anything last night or not.
I know I started watching him, and man, I'll tell you what, I've been fishing so hard. I went to bed probably the earliest I went to bed in a month. I think I went to bed last night 10 o'clock, and
Oh,
normally I
boy.
stay up till I usually stay up till at least midnight.
We normally do.
We didn't last night. We went to bed at 11:15.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
we
sat
went
on,
to bed an hour after Danny went to bed.
Yeah.
yep, I sat down on the couch and started trying to watch everybody's live streams and stuff, and man, I just couldn't keep my eyes open.
I hear you. Yeah, we watched Big Mike for a little bit, and then we watched somebody else's. Somebody else had a live going, and we watched that one.
Yeah.
I think Mike Turner jumped in on that one.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
I got my biggest rod. It just dropped slack all the way back to the bank.
Uh-oh. Must be that barge. More barge traffic. Yeah, Mississippi's got so much current in it that it's hard to fish it. It pushes your bait, your line, and everything else all over the place. I don't know what the current is down there, but I know where I'm from in Iowa, it ran about 9 to 11 miles an hour all the time. And the channel, that was anywhere from 9 to 15 feet deep. They always tried to keep it at least 9 for the barges.
Well, I tightened it up. If he's there, he'll let me know.
There you go. Hey, Danny, what's the current down there where you're at?
Do
How
what?
fast is it running, the current?
Well, if you're out in the main channel, it's moving pretty quick. I mean, you can't swim it. The whirlpools and stuff will suck you down. I don't know how
Oh, yeah.
fast it's actually moving, but I mean, you hit that main channel, and if you're throwing a 5 or 6 or 7 ounce weight, man, it'll sweep it downstream so fast it'll bend your rod over.
Yeah, that's bigger than some of the fish I catch.
There's Rustic.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, Rustic, how you doing, buddy?
Trying to get a fish.
Come on, get on them.
I'm trying to. At least we're getting hooks wet today.
Yeah, it's wet. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Danny will go out there and noodle for him if you get one and you get it hung up out there. Danny will just go out in the river and go get him for you.
Hey, I brought my dip net. I'll take my boots off and I'll walk out there on that sandbar and get them.
I know you will, Danny. That's pretty good that day.
Right now, we're just getting little bitty ones just pecking at it.
Yeah. Do you eat those eel or you just use them for bait, Danny?
Do what?
Do you eat those eel?
I've never eaten one. I'm going. You know what I wanted to when I caught that 4-foot eel this year. I actually took him home and was wanting to cook it. My wife wasn't having no part of it.
Don't do it. I did it, and it's yucky.
Didn't like
I guess I don't care for them, and Joy don't care for them. But they used to catch a lot of them up in northern Iowa on the Mississippi.
Yep.
A lot of people go up there and fish for them all the time. They take them home and eat them, I guess. But I never did.
Well, I've heard people say that if you smoke them, they're real good.
Oh,
There's
yeah?
John Boy's catfishing in the house. Hey,
Who's there?
John Boy.
Simplify, Joy.
Cowboy catfishing?
John Boy.
Oh,
John Boy.
hey, John Boy.
He said simplify.
Simplify to you too, brother.
That skipjack head down there. Oh, that full of water come up. That sucker head didn't have it on her.
Wow. Yeah, David had a big skipjack head on one of his rods, and he had a big takedown on it. And when he reeled it up, the skipjack head was gone.
Oh boy.
We got a
Well, I
bunch of
got a
striped bass moving up in here right now.
I doubt a carp would do that. Striped bass would, though.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stripers moving up in here. They're starting to chase these bait fish.
Yeah, they're pretty good eating.
Oh yeah, I used to go up to Branson, Missouri, and fish up there and catch stripers. And man, we'd grill them. You cut them into
Yeah.
fish steaks.
Yep.
And you take some olive oil, lemon juice, and stuff like that, and some seasoning, put it on there, and put it on the grill. Man, I love that grilled striper. I mean, it's just about like you grill salmon.
Yeah, I used to catch a lot of stripers when the Mississippi was flooding when I lived in Iowa.
Well, Joy just explained to us, she said, well, I've got Scott's phone. He's got mine in case you're confused about the names. I'm like, well, yeah, it had me a little messed up. But I told David, I said, Joy's coming up. We got somebody in the basement. Let me see who we got here. 712, there we go. Come on up, brother.
What's up? What's up?
Hey,
Quit
there he
here
is.
watch you fall asleep. You doing all right, man?
Oh, just tired.
I bet you're wore out.
Yeah, things are finally starting to settle down here. So, for the day.
Well, good deal. When do you go back to work?
Yeah, just put.
I don't know yet. I got to call them later tonight and
Okay. Well, I got to go
find
back
out. They don't want me to
tomorrow.
come.
Just put your sticker on the truck, Mike.
Yeah, I just watched.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just watched your video a little bit ago. Put a comment on it.
Oh, okay.
Uncle Lou.
Thank you.
Hey, Uncle Lou. You know that's why I've been catching fish.
Hey,
I've got
Uncle
to
Lou.
buy. I've got to buy me an Uncle Lou rod, and I think that's gonna fix everything. I think if I buy an Uncle Lou rod, it's gonna fix everything.
Everything but the pocketbook.
Yeah, even that ain't that bad.
No, it's not.
It's not that bad.
But see, I use the same rods on the river that I use when I go fishing down in Florida. Like that.
Wow.
Oh, surf casters.
Oh yeah, them two
Yeah.
biggest rods I got down the end. I got a 13-footer and a 16-footer. Those are the ones I use for sharks in Florida.
Wow.
You got a 12-footer, don't you?
Yeah, mine's 12.
Yeah.
So how's Papa
Big
Scott
game.
and Mama Joy been doing?
What's that, bud?
I said, how's Papa Scott and Mama Joy been doing?
Good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Did you have a good Christmas?
Oh, hey, I tell you, we got Uncle Lou in the house. We're up to 20 people, man.
All right.
All right, we hit 20.
There you go.
We just need to catch a fish for y'all.
That'd be nice.
It'd be nice. Man, I'd take a 1-pounder right now. I'm that desperate.
Right?
I'm starting to forget what they look like.
I know that feeling.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've got a big giant treble hook in that tackle box. If I don't hook something for too long, I'm gonna put that treble hook. I'm gonna just start snagging these carp.
There you go. This is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're drawing the lake way down now, Mike.
Are they?
Yeah, they found out there's more damage to the dam than what they first thought. So most of the docks are on the beach now. The end of the docks are probably 10, 15 foot away from the water's edge now.
Wow.
But they're telling people that if they don't fix their docks now, while they have a chance to, if it's a public dock and they don't fix it, they're going to start fining them when they start raising the water level back up.
Oh yeah, they'll break free.
Oh, yeah. There's a couple of them we go to that they aren't real bad shape, but you can tell they need a little bit of work on the supports.
Yeah, if they're not anchored down properly, they'll definitely break free.
Oh, yeah, with the winds we get out here.
What's up, John boy?
Okay, I'm going to let you talk to Joy. I'm going back to my phone. Here's Joy.
All right, man.
There's
Hey,
Mama.
Joy.
Oh, look at my hair. Good Lord.
Oh, you look fine.
You could have said
I'm-
something.
I've got mud all over me. You'll be all right.
Well, you have mud all over me sometimes, too.
Yeah. It's that
Depends,
stinky Mississippi River mud.
Oh, yeah, that stuff is
Yeah, good
bad.
stinky stuff.
Yeah, that stuff is bad.
I mean, you're really happy to
Well, I'm kind of, all right.
turn it that way.
All right, there.
No,
No,
now you're
the
out
other
of the
way.
way. Go the other way.
All right.
Tec-
There.
Technical difficulties for Joy.
It ain't technical difficulties. I just don't need to have my whole. Look at Mike. You can't see Mike very well.
I gotta just figure out which way to turn it.
I know.
Other way, hon.
I'm fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Don't make me
Uncle Lou.
mad.
Mike
Uncle Lou,
always looks like that. He's just a little bit tireder today.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uncle Lou wants to know if that's Rustic down the bank.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yep, Rustic Outdoors is sitting right down there.
He's camera shy.
Yeah.
he ain't done it.
Huh?
He ain't camera shy.
Well,
Rustic?
he's trying to fish the mouth of that creek right there. Let me see if I can see. He's
Yeah.
on the creek now. There's the main river out there.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a creek that dumps into it right here off of a spillway dam. And he's trying to fish off that spillway dam right there.
Yeah, we fished that a lot back in the probably early 80s,
Yeah.
that area, from the Kentucky side and the Missouri side.
Oh yeah.
You know, that whole area, especially where the Ohio dumps into the Mississippi.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you, back then they were catching catfish big as a John boat. I'm not
Yeah, I've
kidding
been
you.
up there. I used to go up there all the time. It's a little town called Wycliffe.
Yep.
Yep. I used to go up to Wycliffe and fish right there. You fishing right there where the Ohio dumps right in Mississippi. And that is a primo spot, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Lance is in here.
I said hi to Lance.
Anytime I go up there, though, I need to make it a 2 or 3 day trip.
Yeah.
It's just it ain't far, but it's more than I want to go in a daytime. Yeah, it's an hour trip from my house to that spot. Whereas we can get to this spot here, it's about 25 minutes from the house.
Oh, that's nice. Where we fish is about, not quite
A half a mile.
a half a mile.
Really?
We got 3 spots, public docks that you can fish that are within a mile of the house. And they're all really nice ones. They are pretty nice. That one down there right by our house, that one, every time I go down there, I went down there 3 days in a row, and I would put bait on my line and I would cast it out and I caught a fish. I'd put bait on it again, cast it out, caught a fish. And after we had, I think we had 7 one time in the 9. We had 9 fish in a basket, and I said, "Well,
In 2 hours.
in 2 hours." I said, "We need to go home." I don't think I'm fit no more fish in the freezer. So we do pretty good. I do good at that one. Now Scott does better at the other one.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
Joy
gonna
likes
be
using-
heading over to we're gonna be heading to Kentucky here in a couple of months, and go over there and to the dam and catch a bunch of skipjack. And
Yeah,
bring
Joy
back
likes
home.
to use those Jello hot dogs.
I'm telling you, they work here on the Blues. They do, and the
Yeah.
channel. They really do. I thought it was crazy. I saw it on YouTube. I said, "Oh, that's stupid," but I figured, okay, I could spend $2 on a pack of hot dogs and a box of Jello.
Yeah.
And you just dump the Jello in the hot dogs and you let it sit overnight. And then you go out there, and I mean, they were biting like crazy. After that, I was sold on it. And it does work on here. It works.
That's
Better.
what I caught that big flathead on.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what he caught a humongous flathead on. It's crazy.
Well, Uncle Lou's telling Danny just to drive down to Carruthersville.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we started to go there today. But I got a couple guys down there. They said that they haven't been doing very good down there anyway. But
Yeah, no,
I think
I was
this whole
talking
section
to
of river is
Rustic.
pretty bad right now.
I was talking to Rustic on panel last night. He was talking about going down there.
Anytime I go to Crowsville, I always like to take my boat because I put in right there at that at the boat dock, and it's just like a little chute, and then you go out from the boat dock down that chute, and then you go out to the main river. But usually, if I go to Crowsville, I'm taking the boat.
There you go.
Well, I'm going to get off of here and go back and chat.
Okay, Joy.
But
Well, thank you for
it's good to see
stopping
you.
by. I appreciate it
Yeah.
for popping
And,
up. But stay with us for a while.
I'll send you some pictures, Mike, or on your email of the docks around here. One of them is a crazy picture. This boat, you know how they have the lift things where you can lift the boat out of the water?
Right.
The boat is lifted out of the water, and the water is a good 10 feet from where the boat is. So it's like a boat hanging over the desert. It's insane.
Wow.
I mean, I have never seen nothing like it. I haven't. So it's crazy. So I'll send you some of them pictures too.
I
All
should
right.
have been worse.
All right. See y'all later.
All right, later,
Bye
Mama.
bye.
What's that say? And come out of that chute and hit the bars.
Well, I'm hoping there's just like a magic time that these fish just start biting. It has been. You get up early in the morning and come over here, and between 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock, you were guaranteed fish, and that was like last week. But now
Right.
they're not even hitting in. I don't know if they're biting later at night or what. That shoot and hit the barge just below it. Caught some nice. Uncle Lou, you know exactly where one of my spots are, buddy. Lou been all up in my fishing spot.
Sounds like it.
Is that a bot down there at the bottom?
Yeah, Lance hit it and I didn't realize it, and then I had to re-hit it.
Okay.
So Lance actually got the credit for that one. He was faster than me. I'm that.
Bop them. Now there comes the shortest barge I've seen all week. He's too deep and too wide. He ain't pushing much at all. That's funny. He's pushing the smallest load, and he's louder than any barge I've seen go by here.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
I just cannot believe in the past 3 trips that we have not even caught a fish. I mean, yesterday I had one bite. And I fished this river through the winter, for years. And I don't know what's going on, but this is just the worst I've ever seen it.
Right. Uncle Lou says then 4 or so miles downstream, there's a nice creek or a small river that dumps into the Tennessee side that's fire.
Yeah, I know where that's at. Yeah, I know exactly where that's at.
Central Valley says, I have not gone through the academy on Danny's channel, not equipped to pop trolls.
Well, see, that's another thing I was talking about a while ago. I keep a list of everybody I'm subscribed to, and I went through the other day, and they had at least a quarter to a third of the people I subscribed to. I wasn't subscribed to them anymore. But the first time I did a live stream, I went back, and I made pretty much everybody a moderator. And then the next time I went live, almost none of them were moderators. I had to do it again.
On Troy, your boy Troy's last live, he had that problem. 'Cause apparently he had made me a mod as well as a bunch of others. And when we all popped into his live stream, his last one, none of us were.
Yeah, Lance is heading back to work. Okay, buddy. Well, we got some time left. We may get something here in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
We don't give up till the last rod's reeled in.
What's your guys' weather been like down there? Has it been up and down temperature-wise like ours has?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
And the temperature change from night to day is so drastic that it's really messing with the water temps.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when you're hitting 70s and stuff during the day and then you're hitting 20s and 30s at night, that hurts.
Yeah, it's just totally screwing this water temp up. It either needs to get warm and stay warm or get cold and stay cold.
Yep. Uncle Lou says there's a 110-foot hole with major current 2.5 miles upstream on Missouri side.
Oh, yeah. Hunter Jody.
Now we're all in trouble. What's up, Jody?
Jody's here. David's down there waving.
Yeah, old David's too good to come up and say hi to the camera.
He's sitting on them 3 rods trying to catch something.
Tell him he has to put bait on him first.
You got chicken on there. Chicken and skipjack.
Lee, I'll find out in the next 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah. Oh, for your deal?
Yeah, for my test.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go to work. I go back to work tomorrow. I gotta work 2 days and then off 4 days again.
I'm supposed to go back tonight, work tonight and tomorrow night, and then I'd be off for 2 days and then have to work the weekend.
I gotta work Tuesday and Wednesday and off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So you know where I'll be those 4 days. Right over here. David keeps reeling in. I don't know what he's doing down there.
Funny, Lee. I knew what you meant.
Chunky
There's
cat's
Mr.
fishing in
Ross.
the house. Hey, Chunky. I need some of that chunky luck.
Right?
Yeah, Jody and them's been catching. They caught catfish the other night. Them girls whooped Lee Evans' butt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I almost told Lee that he makes a better teacher than he does a fisher, but I thought that might be going overboard.
Yeah, he was on his show this morning giving everybody advice, and I thought, oh my God, he caught one catfish. Now he's an expert. Lee finally caught one. Now he's pro. He went pro.
Chunky says, you need some ex-chunky luck because my luck has run out.
You know how sad it is that I haven't caught a fish in 3 trips and Lee Evans caught a catfish? It's like everything's upside down in the world.
Right? You got Brian B. Dinkins catching 72s, and you got Haslife catching 4-pounders.
I know it. It's like Armageddon or something.
Chunky, he's getting a few numbers here and there, but even his aren't turning the, they're just not Chunky style.
Right.
Something's wrong.
I know what Brian B's beating has. I mean, everything's backwards in the world right now. I don't know what's going on.
It kind of makes me glad I'm taking some time off for the winter.
Yeah, you're dodging all this.
Yeah.
I just got a little bump on that white rod, but they're just pecking at it. And I don't think it's gar. There's a lot of gar up in here, but them gar usually don't bite that much in the wintertime.
All right, Uncle Lou's going to back Lee Evans a little bit here. Says, yeah, y'all buckle up. Those belts a little tighter. Lee Evans is about to start hurting on some catfish. Mark my words.
You know what? That wouldn't surprise me.
Yep.
Because here's the thing. You know what? Nobody has tried as hard as Lee. Well, I say that, and half the time, you know what Lee's biggest problem is? He'll want to go catfishing, and he'll talk himself out of going.
Right.
Half the time, he'll talk himself out of going. If Lee would go as many times as he wanted to, Lee would probably be bagging a lot of fish.
Well, and he said the other night he was out. Me and Brad Caudill both jumped up on his panel while he was fishing. And he had made the comment that he had a few suggestions made to changes as to how he fishes a certain area. And he decided to go ahead and try those changes, and it didn't do any good. So
Right.
he's talking about getting back into his old school ways of doing his thing. So
Well, see, that's kind of way I fish a certain way and I stick to it. If they stop biting, I just stick to my ways until they come back again. You know, because if I start changing up all the time, when they go back to biting the way I'd normally fish, I'm not going to know it.
yep. Uncle Lou asked Chunky, he said, "Are you an Uber driver? Seems like you're always driving."
No, Ronnie, we ain't caught nothing yet. We've had a couple of little bites, but that's it. Matter of fact, I've had them peck on that big white rod so many times. I'm not so sure that they haven't picked the bait off of it. I may have to check it and reel it in and see if I still got anything on there. Huh? Yeah, those two lines are crossed. The current swept them. I throw one line out real far, and I throw the other one in shallow, and there's a cross current, and it takes my lines and crosses them across each other.
Yeah, the undertow on our rivers here in the Midwest, man, it can play havoc with your lines.
Oh, I've seen it twist them together to where it's just you couldn't even untangle it. You just had to cut it.
Yep.
I'm going to check that white rod. It's been hit 3 times.
Okay.
I think they've stole the bait off of it.
One thing I've noticed about Lee, he will listen and try to take advice and really wants to learn. That is true. That is true. Lee Evans gives a lot of people a lot of crap, but yeah, he probably is one of the best advice takers and possibly one of the best advice givers I've seen around for a while. Which one of those things that things don't always go your way, but you know what you're doing. So
Try a different bait.
exactly, Ronnie. Go fishing when you can. Yeah, Ronnie, and that's one of the things about these live streams is that's exactly what we try to do. Rightly. Yeah, doing these live streams, as a content creator, Danny can tell you, Elston can tell you, even Uncle Lou, he's done 1 or 2 live streams. Scott and Joy. The biggest thing is just getting the people in, holding a good conversation. You catch a fish, great. If not, You still have fun. What's up, Chris? Yeah, Lee, I agree. I mean, we've got some good fishing on the Missouri, and between the cold and being water being low, it hurts.
Yeah, David's down there fishing on credit. He reeled his rods in, no bait on them.
I told you had to get bait out there.
Yeah. Don't tell him how long he's been sitting there with no bait. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, we got Hooks and Hammocks came in. Eddie Gross just came in.
Cool. Hey, we got 21 people. You better hurry up and catch something. I'd sure hate for Rustic Outdoors to let all these people down. I ain't taking the blame for it.
Right.
That's why I bring him. If I don't catch nothing, it's his fault. Yeah, where we're fishing at, there's like a sandbar. You go out about 20 or 30 feet, and man, it drops straight down off the ledge there. And when you're reeling up with these heavy weights, when you hit that ledge, you really got to pull real hard to get it up over the ledge to get it back up on the sandbar.
Yeah.
I mean, it drops straight down. I'm fishing the deeper water. I don't know if I should pull it up into the shallow or not.
Oh, you got what, 4 rods out?
I got 4 out. David's got 3.
I mean, if they're all out in the deep, you can bring a couple in, 1 or 2.
Yeah. Well, I think this shorter rod, it's kind of caught in the current and it's pulled back up against the bank. So it may be in that shallow water. I'm not sure.
That was one of the best things I've ever been taught was when you have multiple rods out, stagger your lines.
Yeah. Did them in different. Well, I fished that pattern when I'm fishing the coast down there in Florida and out surf fishing. I'll throw a rod out, so far to maybe half that distance, and then I'll go by half every time. And whichever rod just starts getting hit consistently, you pull the rest of them into that depth.
Right. Scott wants to know if you use Santee drifters.
I haven't in a while. David's got some on right now. I think David's got he's got 3 rods out, and I think 2 of them's got those on it. But I always go to Florida at least twice a year. I go in the spring and I go in the fall. But my wife told me since I'm going to CatCon in February that I can only make 1 trip to Florida. Because when I go, I always blow through a lot of money.
Right.
She goes, "You're not getting 3 trips. We can't afford it." I'm like, okay. But when I go to my next trip to Florida is not till I think September. But when I go down there and go live, I'm gonna really show you guys something. I've never got to go live in Florida. Because I haven't been doing YouTube. I mean, I put videos out 4 years ago and then forgot about it for 2 years. And then I started just posting little videos within the past couple of months and really started getting to YouTube maybe 2-3 months ago.
Right.
But never did any live stream until about a month ago. But when I go to Florida and go live, I'm gonna go live down there. I'm gonna do a whole lot. I do a lot of shark fishing. I love to fish for sharks. People down there hate them, but I love catching them.
Well, it's funny because I was talking to Uncle Lou one day, and everybody gives Stan crap about his S word that he got.
Right.
And I was talking to Uncle Lou one day. I said, "Yeah, I want to go down to Texas and go alligator gar and whatever, something that I can get 250, 300 pounds, try to top that fish on an Uncle
no
Lou."
doubt. Well, we've got big alligator gar here.
Right. I was in Hog Legs Live one night, and there's a channel in there called Gigability Don't Ask. And he's an offshore commercial fisherman. He goes down looking for grouper and tuna, and all that. And he invited me out into the Gulf with him to go grouper fishing sometime.
Well, a lot of the guys up here, they're really big into bow fishing, but they mainly shoot these invasive carp. But they've been killing a lot of the alligator gar to the point now that they put them on the endangered species list.
Right. What's
And
up, Big Mike?
and the conservation department's been releasing a lot of the alligator gar, but they're turning loose like little 2 and 3 footers, and hoping that they'll get repopulated. Because really, there's not a whole lot of fish in here that's a predator to these invasive carp, other than the alligator gar.
Yep.
I tried to talk them into turning Wells catfish loose in here, and it said we're not going to get rid of an invasive species by introducing another invasive species.
Well, I got a buddy.
Wells on the Mississippi.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine that actually said that about 15 years ago, he turned a red-tail catfish into one of our local lakes. And as far as he knows, nobody's ever got it. But it's not that deep of a lake, and it's never turned up. So even when it gets cold and freezes, you would think that it would have just bellied up in the cold. But
I would think so too. And you know what? It might have died. And nobody ever known it. And it blew up and sunk to the bottom.
that might be. I don't know.
I just really can't see that coming out of the Amazon, and surviving in a colder temperature.
No, I mean, I guess somebody got it when it was, real tiny.
Yeah.
And raised it basically. And when it got too big for them, they just up and turned it loose. And instead of turning it loose in the river where it might have stood a chance, they put it in one of the local lakes.
I've got one of my Army buddies. He doesn't do YouTube, but he sent me a bunch of videos of he went on a trip down to the Amazon, and man, he spent 2 weeks down there, and he caught red-tailed catfish, he caught peacock bass, the tigerfish, all those, man. I mean, he just went crazy down there.
Right.
He's actually considering moving down there. I'm like, oh, I don't know about that, man. It's a nice place to visit. Don't want to live there.
Yeah, you got Big Mike in the house.
Fishing with Big Mike. All right, Mike. I need me some Big Mike luck. That's what I need. There's the one I need to catch some luck off of, Big Mike. He always catches them big catfish. We're in the right spot, and we got the potential. It's just they're not biting. That's one thing I love about the Mississippi River, man. There are some huge fish out there. But if they're not hungry, there's nothing you can do about it.
Exactly.
I mean, here on the river, catching 20 and 30 pounders, that's the norm. I mean, when they're biting, I mean, those are consistently coming in on you.
Yep.
And 40s and 50s are quite common. But 20 and 30 pound catfish is nothing here. I mean, it'd be a big deal right now, but but normally that's not a big deal. I just can't believe how bad the bite's been. I'm just waiting for it to either give up wintertime and just go straight springtime temperatures, or finally get snow and get cold enough that the water can stabilize.
Right.
Yeah, I got another peck on that white rod that I just threw out. All I did with it, I took I had a whole shad on there, a small one. And so I took one and cut it in half and put both pieces on there. Maybe get a little more scent out there or something.
Right.
And I got something pecking on it, but I think it's just a little dink catfish. And we've been having, fairly warm temperatures here, but I don't believe it's warmed up enough that the flathead bite would come back. If it would, I'd throw on a live bluegill and pitch it out there.
Yeah, no. I know here we've had a couple of days of 50 to 70 degrees over the last week.
Yeah.
But now, ever since Christmas, it's been dropping slowly into the 40s and then the 30s. We've got a couple of days that are going to barely break the double digits.
Yeah.
Coming up, so.
Well, we got a rainy week coming up, I think. It's supposed to start raining Wednesday and stuff. But that's going to mess everything up again, too. I mean, I've got plenty of time coming off from work, but it's not going to do me any good if the weather's not right.
Right.
It's like a cruel joke right now being played on me. That I got all this time off and the fishing sucks. I'm going to step off camera for a minute and warm the river up.
Yeah, I'm about to black out my camera and have a smoke.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it may be a stink night, but ain't it over yet, Ronnie? We don't quit till it's quitting time. We don't give up till the last rod's reeled in. Because the way the bite's been on the river right now, it's they're just hitting like certain times of the day, but the time keeps changing. So you just
Right.
gotta get out here and stay out until you find out what time are they biting today. There's been no consistency to it at all, which it really sucks because we had these fish patterned down to where we were coming over just wearing them out, and that pattern is completely gone now. Well, I really thought when I caught all them shad today, I threw the net and caught a ton of shad. I thought, okay, the first time I've had fresh shad in weeks. I thought, man, that's going to be a game changer. But they're not. They don't. Apparently, they ain't interested in the shad neither. But that's the main bait fish that's in here right now is the shad.
Right.
I mean, I caught those shad just maybe 200 yards up that creek right there. And that creek dumps right here into the river. I'm figuring them catfish move up in here at the mouth of that creek, feeding on them shad, but I don't know what time they're going to do it. So we got the mouth of this creek covered with rods right now. Let me drop you. If you want to come up.
Yeah, you guys got a good load of rods out there. That's for sure.
I know that's right.
Ronnie said, when you go next time, holler at me. I'll meet you over there or wherever and fish with you.
Well, he needs to get with me this weekend. It'd be a good time to do it. Matter of fact, Ronnie, let's try to set that up. We're just planning on you hooking up with me this weekend, depending on what the weather looks like. Weather pending. And let's me and you try to do a trip this weekend. We may even invite old Rustic along, and we might be able to get Fishing and Freedom to come over here with us. I don't know. He's starting to turn into a lone wolf for some reason. I know we're all supposed to go up and meet with. I don't know if we're gonna do it at the end of January. I think it's the end of January. We're all gonna go up and hook up with Jerry Parker because he lives up north of us here, not far away. But I think we're gonna take a weekend and go up and fish with Jerry. That's gonna be coming up at the end of January, I think. And what he's wanting to do is get a whole bunch of YouTubers up there. He's got some other guys coming, and we're all gonna go live on one channel and fish together up there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we're gonna fish some lake he's got up there near him that's got a discharge into it of warm water. And he said you catch fish there year round consistently. So guaranteed fish every time. You know, every time I've ever told anybody that though, and I took them, it didn't happen.
Yeah, Joy, I got it. Man, that is insane. Joy sent me pictures by email with showing me the dock with Lake Fork, like they were talking about.
Yeah.
Man, that is nuts.
Well, they do it. Are they just say they're dropping the water out of there or something?
Yeah, I guess they're working on the dam, trying to repair the dam or something. And so, in order to do it, they had to drop the lake levels.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how well this will work.
Right
Like,
there. Oh my God.
yeah, and then
That's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, I can see it very well. Oh, good Lord. Allergies are starting to work up on me. Well, if we got nothing else out of this live stream, you guys got to. We scheduled an appointment where Ronnie Moore will be fishing with me this coming weekend. And we'll go live with that. And you guys will get to see me and Ronnie Moore fishing together for the first time in I don't know how long. Matter of fact, that's the first time I think me and Ronnie's ever fished together. We went to high school together and graduated together in 1984. Class of 84, me and Ronnie graduated together. But we've never fished together, but we're going to remedy that this coming weekend, weather permitting. Because I'm getting too old to sit out in the rain and freeze to death, and he's the same age as me, so I know he's the same way. Of course, I think he's had several motorcycle wrecks, if I remember correctly. And I imagine his bones are about like mine. That cold weather makes them really hurt.
yeah.
what gets me is that I had my leg broke, my left leg broke in 7 places one time. Had it right below the kneecap, it compound fracture there, and then it was broke in 6 places right above my ankle. And I've got 2 titanium rods, 3 pins, a plate, and 4 screws in my left leg. And if I get out here and it gets real cold, I'll tell you what, that leg just gets to aching to the point I can't take it. David's down there staring intensely at a rod, so I don't know if he's getting a bite or if he thinks he's just going to stare at it until something gets on it. Eric B., what's going on?
What's up, Eric?
Well, I'm hoping right before dark that these fish just light it up. We'll see. I just got another hit on that second rod. He tugged down a little bit and then dropped a whole lot of slack, and then it went back tight again. But yeah, they're just pecking at it, man. It's enough to drive you crazy. I'd rather not get a bite at all and have them just peck at it. Oh, there's plenty of good fresh bait out there, so I don't know what else to do. I'm just sitting here praying for a takedown. And somebody's blowing my emails up. Keeps flashing across the top of the screen, so I don't know what's going on there. Oh man, Eric. He wanted to go fishing today, but his wife gave him a to-do list. You know, that's one thing about my wife. I get on her nerves so much that she absolutely insists on me going fishing as much as possible. You guys are just being too nice. That's why they keep you around. My wife will actually pack my rods in my truck.
Now that's a good woman right there.
Yeah, she goes, why don't you go fishing today? Well, here's the thing. When I'm home, I know it's kind of you know, what I don't know, the misogynist word or whatever or something. But when I'm home, I've got control of the remote control. Because she's still old school like that, and she don't have to be. I don't make her like that. She takes care of stuff, and she believes the old ways of living where the woman's responsible for the house and the men's responsible for the bringing home the bacon. That's just the way she was raised. Don't criticize her for it. That's how she believes, and a lot of women nowadays don't believe in that, and that's fine. But she takes care of the house, and she tells me, so long as I'm paying bringing the money home to pay the bills, I can do pretty much whatever I want.
There you go.
And that's how we live, and we're both happy with it. And anybody that wants us to change, they just need to live their own life.
That's almost as good as living my life being single. I don't have to answer to a woman.
Well, the thing is, when I'm gone, she gets to watch the Hallmark Channel and all that goofy stuff that she likes. And so she catches up on all her TV shows when I'm out here.
Yeah, but I don't have to come home and catch her in the middle of a chick flick where she wants me to sit down with her either.
Well, we try to coordinate it. She goes, well, I've got a show that's going to be on from this time to this time. So I'm just letting you know before you come home. You can stay a little later or whatever, but you can come home after this time. So we schedule it where she gets her alone time with doing what she wants and watching TV and stuff like that. So it works out for her. Yeah, and she used to go fishing with me a lot. She used to love fishing, but then we got grandkids, and that is her whole life now. She has
Right.
no interest in fishing. If she got the grandkids, it's 100% all about them now. And I'm fine with that. I love them to death. Oh, we're getting a little bit more solid tap on that rod there. I probably
Eric,
should have said nothing.
Eric, that is not something I'm looking into anytime soon.
What's that? Trying to hook you up with somebody?
Yeah, well, not anybody in particular. He just said that I will be married. I ain't into that right now.
I don't know. David just got a really good hit down there. He jumped up, took off running.
Not fast enough. He missed it.
I know it. Yeah, we
What's
might get to see him.
up?
We might get to see him fall down face first in the mud like I usually do.
Right. What's up, Ricky?
Who just came in?
Solo Texan.
Cool.
I missed one here. Hang on. Jersey River Rat says, "Let you know my secret. I wake up at 4:30 a.m. I whisper in her ear gently, waking her, and say, 'Sex or fishing?' Needless to say, it's been 100% fishing so far." That's actually that's pretty good.
Yeah, he got robbed down there. They cleaned his hook off. Yeah, that one big hit. It bent the rod down real hard. And he sat there waiting for a minute, and he reeled it up, and bait was gone. He baited back up and threw it out. I don't know where he's keeping that chicken at. It might be in his pocket.
Keeping it fresh.
I guess. I think he pulled a piece of chicken out of his pocket and put it on the hook. Yeah, there's a lot of dinks swimming up in there. But I figured that the small ones being that in them flats and that shallow, I wouldn't figure they'd be out there in that deep channel. You're in a deep hole there? Really? I can't believe they're not lighting this shad up. I mean, that's the biggest thing they're feeding on right now.
Well, yeah, and you said earlier you seen Shad and Skipjack out there playing around.
Yeah, and there's stripers out here right now chasing the shad. I can't believe we haven't hooked up on one of those stripers. They're running the stripers are running up to the shore and making the shad jump out of the water. Well, he almost hooked that camera. He's got a camera behind him, and he leaned back and was going to cast out, and he almost got that camera hooked up, thrown it in the river. That was close. He hadn't looked back just as that hook was getting wrapped around that camera. That'd been awful. See him throw that camera out there. To me, that'd be worse than Lee Evans dropping his phone in the lake.
Right? I really wish the weather was warmer here, man. I'd be getting a hold of Uncle Lou saying, "Come get me. Let's
No
go."
doubt. Well, you heard what Chad did, didn't you? About throwing that Uncle Lou rod in the water?
Not Chad, no.
Was it, I think it was Chad that did it. Yeah, he had his brand new Uncle Lou rod, and he went back to cast, and the hook got tangled up in something, and when he jerked it, it it broke the hook off and the weight off, but it jerked it so hard that it pulled it loose out of his hand, and his Uncle Lou rod went flying out into the water and sunk.
Oh wow,
Brand new Uncle Lou rod, and in the river it went.
man. You know, this has been a bad year for people doing stuff like that. Either the fish is taking them, or they're going to cast and their hands are letting go, or
Yeah. Was just the force of that line getting tangled up behind him. It jerked the rod out of his grip, but it broke the line, and the forward momentum threw the rod out. I mean, it gone.
wow.
It's a brand new Uncle Lou rod with a high dollar reel on it too. I can't remember what kind of reel it was, but man, it was a nice reel. Now, you know how the people in the catfish community are. I mean, sometimes they're like piranha. They understand they gave him crap over that. You could tell he felt bad about it, but they cut him no mercy at all.
Well, and I mean, Chad gets a lot of crap from everybody anyway, you know.
Yeah.
But when you add something, you know, that's like adding salt to the wound. It's just gonna dig and dig.
Yeah. I mean, I even got a couple of shots in on him, you know. I told him if he was to die and go to hell, that the devil would make him throw that rod into the river for eternity, over and over again.
Does Uncle Lou
That
have
was,
a channel? Yeah, I'll post Uncle Lou's link for you.
well, something just hit that creek chub that I threw out there. He bumped it. Yeah.
Whatever the plumber's doing.
Yep. I dropped my pole into a 70-foot hole and caught nothing. Waiting on that magic time. Maybe, maybe, maybe. What do you got on it? Little piece of chicken? They're just pecking at it though. It's too cold to be turtles. And I don't know if the gar be biting in this cold weather. I haven't tried a bluegill yet. I may have to throw a bluegill on there. But I fished with bluegill for 3 days and got one bite. So my confidence in the bluegill is way down. I think we peaked at like 23 people a while ago. We're down to 12 now. We still got some fishing time left. I'm just wondering if it's the night bite now. Oh, really? Well, we'll miss that. Yeah. We got about 40 more minutes before it gets too dark to see the rod, so 30 to 40 minutes left to try to do something with this. That's the thing about fishing on the Mississippi River, though. I've sat for hours on end, then all of a sudden, boom, start catching fish, and you catch fish for about an hour, and then boom, they'll shut off again.
Yep.
And right now, we just don't know what that. I'm just wondering if the night bite's back on. Because the last best day I had, I fished from 6 o'clock at night till 7 in the morning and caught 47 catfish that night.
I haven't had a night like that since 2019.
Well, I did that one video on my channel. It's called Dusk Till Dawn Catfish. I fished for 13 hours straight and filmed the whole thing. And man, it took me forever to edit that down to. I finally got it down to just under an hour. And a bunch of the people that watched me on Facebook, they were still saying, "Man, an hour's too long." Cause so I had to chop a bunch of fish out, and I just kept basically the best fish on there. And I think I cut it down to like 20 minutes. But I caught a lot of nice catfish that night. But anything that was, 3 to 5 pounds or smaller, I cut all them out, put them on the editing room floor, and tried to keep everything that was bigger. I caught a couple of flatheads that were like 2 pounds, but majority of the fish were, 15 pounds or bigger.
Right.
And that's the night that I had the same rod pulled into the river twice and got it back both times. When I'm fishing like that, if I don't have very good the rod holders, or if I'm just sticking to rocks, I'll keep one rod laying on the bank, reeled up. And if a rod goes in, I grab that and immediately cast out there and hook the line and get it back. But if you don't have a rod waiting and ready to go, then that rod's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been fortunate enough not to lose a rod. I've come close a few times, but
Oh, I've caught so many rods out of this river, it's insane.
oh, I believe it.
This main right here we're off the other side of the levee from the town of New Madrid, which I don't normally fish here because this is where everybody fishes. I mean, they just walk over the levee from town and they're right here at the river. But I can go down through here and cast down through here, and you wouldn't believe how many fishing poles you catch. I bet I've took at least 24 rods in the past 5 years out of this river along this bank right here, where I've just reeled in. Because most of them are no good. They're been in the mud and eat up. But I've cleaned up a lot of them and put them in my shed.
I have nothing else. Those heavy catfish rods will be good for bait fish if you need it.
No doubt. The majority of them, believe it or not, are Zebco 202. I'm not saying you can't land these big fish over here with a Zebco 202, but anytime I see somebody fishing with a cheap rod like that, those cheap set, the plastic reels, I
Yep.
thought, man, if you get anything on this river that's worth even catching, that rod is not the rod for it.
Exactly.
That's what you buy your grandkids for the first time they go fishing on a little hay lake or a pond or something,
Yeah.
Don't be bringing them 202s to the river.
Those are the steps up from a cane pole and a Snoopy pole.
That's it. Now I will say I've got an old Zepco 202 that belonged to my grandpa, and he left it to my dad, and then I got it. But it is all steel casing, housing, all steel parts, and it has a bait clicker on it and everything. You talking about a nice reel? I mean, that 202, that particular one there was made back, 40 something years ago. I would put that up against some rods. I've landed some really big fish on it, but it's made back when they actually made them right.
Yep. That's what I keep telling people too about the 33s. If you've got the ones from the 70s and 80s where they're all metal,
Yeah,
you're good.
there you go.
If you get anything 90s or newer, and you may as well just throw it away.
Yeah, it's not made for big fish at all. Even you can find those 808s, and they're all plastic. Those things, to me, no offense to anybody that likes them, but to me, they're a joke.
Yep.
I had one that somebody gave me, and it was so hard to reel in because the gears were just so, it was hard to crank it. It was like, man, it's like you had mud and dirt in it, and that's brand new off the shelf.
Yep.
I'm gonna check that creek chub because it got a big hit a while ago. Well, I consider it a big hit compared to what I've been getting. He thumped it pretty hard. He may have ripped that thing off the hook because the hook was bigger than the bait. And that may be my problem. I'm downsizing the bait, but I'm not downsizing the hook.
That could do it.
No, bait's still there. Then he chewed it up, though. He opened up the gut pocket on him. I don't know what that would have been. I'm going to throw this down a little closer. Oh, flung the bait off the hook. He was chewed up that bad. He just went flying. I'm chumming the water. Threw him clean off the hook. I should have rehooked that. Let's grab another one. I'm going to throw a bluegill on here. Even when I'm fishing these live bluegill, I'll take a knife and I'll split them open like that.
Right.
Just kind of halfway fillet them, and you open them up and let all that scent get out of there. Oh,
Yep.
yeah, that smells. That's extra fishy there. Yeah, he got all kinds of smell coming off of him. All right, let's see if a bluegill will do it. I haven't tried them yet. Like I said, I've been fishing with them for 3 days with no luck. But not this one. I'm going to throw this one in a little shallower. We're not going out as far. We'll go right off the bank. Yeah, that is super shallow. I bet that's not even 3 foot deep right there. That makes a difference. Yeah, I just barely threw that one out there. It's not even 20 or 30 feet off the shore, but it's about 4 foot deep. But I've been seeing a lot of stripers and stuff flopping around there. You watch. Now, if I hook up a fish there, I'm going to be happy I got a fish. But I'm going to be a little aggravated, but I've been throwing way out there all day long. You know? And then find out that if I could have threw 20 feet out, I'd have caught a fish. It'd be my luck, it'll do it just to aggravate me. But I'll take it.
Yep.
If the rest of that ain't working, you got to try something different. So we're switching baits and bringing them in real close. I mean, that is super shallow water. I bet that's not even 3 foot deep there.
Ronnie said that it's 80% chance of rain Saturday, 40% chance Sunday.
Oh,
Looks
my
like
God.
it's next weekend.
Let's see, what day is the first on?
Good question. I am showing the first on Saturday.
Then I'll have Friday off. Yeah, I'll be off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Ronnie, look and see what Friday looks like. If you can go Friday, we'll go Friday. There's another bot down at the bottom, I think.
Yeah, I already got him like 5 minutes ago.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, David's down there throwing skipjack on them, and they're pecking the. It's like bluegill bites. I don't know what's going on there. They're just barely tweaking the rod like that. It's probably a school of baby catfish, baby channel cats.
Could be.
Whole pack of them running together. Baby cat. I mean, I don't want to hook no little 4 or 6 inch catfish. I mean, that's embarrassing too. But I'd take a 1 pounder right now.
Right, Scott?
We're going to stay with it till the last minute, I'll tell you that.
I'll hang as long as I can.
Well, I appreciate it. You probably need to get some sleep.
I'm all right now. I got another 4-pack of Monster, and I can always order more.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, Scott said I'm getting them fast.
Yeah, he is. He loves smacking them box.
Yeah, but it's even funner to smack the real people behind the names.
You know, I've noticed since I started on YouTube, because I've got mine tied in with my Facebook. Man, I am constantly getting friend requests from people on Facebook that are people that I've already friends with. A bunch of fake accounts. I mean, it's gotten really bad since I started YouTube.
Right. Well,
I've,
a friend
I've
of
got
mine
like, I've got like 12 friend requests from people that I'm already friends with.
well, I know I'm not on Facebook, but a friend of mine got me back into using Messenger, so I'm gonna have to like look you and Rustic up and hit you up on Messenger.
Yeah, see, that's what's hard for me is I do have a Facebook account, and that's how I usually contact people is Messenger through that. But if you go to their YouTube channels, they always got these, off the wall names, and you don't know who they are in real life. So you go to Facebook, you can't find them.
Yeah. Well, it was unintentional when I set my YouTube name up, but it just happened to be that it's pretty easy to tell when it's me. if I were to do that. Ronnie said Friday is, can't read that, 57 with a 60% chance of rain.
That's not good. About all I could do with that is I know some little smaller floodway ditches that we can go sit under a bridge in the rain and catch channel cats. But the biggest one you're going to get out of there may be a 5-pounder.
Oh.
I know it. Man, there's so many geese flying over right now. There's got to be some cold weather coming. I just don't want them pooping on my head. If snow geese start flying over in big, huge flocks, man, and they'll poop on everything.
Wow, there's a lot of Danny Stones on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, a lot. You got to find that one that's got a picture of me holding that bear hugging that catfish. There ain't a lot of them.
That looks like you, United States Army.
That's me. United States Army veteran. 7th Infantry Division.
Well, I hope that went through to you because it's not showing me it did.
I'll check on this phone here in a minute. I'm trying to go through my emails and knock out all the ones that are full crap.
And I'm assuming you have Rustic on your Facebook, so I can pull him off of yours.
Yeah, he's on there. And I'm sure you've already got Fishing and Freedom.
Not yet, but if I see him in your list, I'll grab him.
Yeah, it's Richard Cluck. And he's in there. I'd say we got what, about 20 more minutes? If that. I don't want to be dragging this cart through them woods and stuff at dark. Yeah, we'll give it till 5 o'clock, and I got 4:38 now, so we got about 22 more minutes, and we're gonna reel them up. So, 22 minutes to make something happen, and we'll see what happens. Never give up till it's last minute. Don't forget, I just threw that bluegill out there
Yep.
and threw him in close, so maybe that'll difference. We'll see. I know I haven't eaten all day long, and I'm starting to get that headache you get when you don't eat.
Oh, tell me about it. I haven't even been hungry for the last 2 weeks, let alone actually eat something.
Yeah. I had a cup of coffee before I left out the house this morning. That's it. I go too long without eating, I get bad headaches. One good takedown. At this point, I wouldn't even care if I caught the fish just to see the rod bend down. You know, that'd be something. Better than these little bitty old tap, tap, tap.
Right.
Starting to get a sore neck from looking up at that 16-foot rod. You keep looking up in the sky at the tip of it, and my neck's starting to get sore. And see, there's that bald eagle flying over. Where's he been all day? Because that's my lucky charm.
There
Usually
you
when an eagle flies over, I catch fish. He's gonna wait till I'm ready, almost ready to quit, and then he shows up.
go.
Hey, I had a pair of them over at the point where I normally fish. They were sitting in a tree above me, and I had a bunch of skipjack laid out on a log, was chopping it up. And I walked downstream to throw a rod out, looked up, and they were both grabbing my skipjack and taking off with it.
Nice.
But they're eagles, and the eagles are my brother, so I thought, what's mine is yours. Just don't take it all.
Exactly.
Now, if it had been a buzzard, I'd have thrown a rock at him. But eagle, he can get away with that.
Well, good Lord, where the hell is David at in your list?
David Rogers, he should be in there somewhere. Is your Facebook page? No, he's got it listed as Rustic Outdoors.
Well, as
On
soon as you
Facebook.
said David Rogers, it was like 30 seconds, and I found that one. That's
Okay.
not him.
Hey, you don't have a David Rogers Facebook page? He says he don't use that one no more. He goes with the Rustic Outdoors one.
All right, he's gonna make it difficult because I haven't seen that one yet.
He's going to. He's going to. Pick a name. Here comes a lucky barge. This one here is going to push some fish to it.
There's Rustic.
You find him?
Yep. Yeah, I just messaged him.
Okay.
Richard's wife's name's Stephanie.
Your wife's name's Stephanie?
No, Richard Clucks.
Oh, I think so. I was going to say his wife's named Kim down here. Why am I asking him that?
Yeah, I just want to make sure I got the right one.
Yeah. I think she's got a YouTube channel called Real Gal, but I don't think she's got any content on it.
Real Gals?
Yeah, REEL Gal, GAL.
Yeah. I've seen that channel come into the community. I didn't know that's who that was.
Yeah, that's Richard's wife. Yeah, I think he's been trying to talk her into putting some videos up. The last I checked, she didn't have any content at all.
All right, back to chat. And now I've got a train coming down the tracks. Oh, this place is killing me.
There you go. That'd be me. We did a facial recognition on it.
There you go. Yeah, I sent Rustic and I sent to Richard. So. Oh.
Well, it's starting to get dark really quick here, and the temperature is dropping really fast. David, are you ready to wrap this up? I think we're going to roll them in, guys. We're going to call it quits. But we appreciate everybody hanging out with us and giving us the opportunity to try to catch a fish for you. But you know what? That's been going around a lot lately. At least I know it's not just us.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people aren't catching anything right now. So, yeah, if everybody else was reeling in, oh, we caught 20 today, or we caught 5, or we caught 10, I would feel ashamed and embarrassed right now. But it is apparently a plague going on. I don't know if you can see in the background there. See the lights lit up? That's the city of New Madrid behind me. So we're fishing right here on the other side of Levee from New Madrid. So I don't hide the spots that I fish at. Like most people are real secretive with it. I draw people maps and stuff and everything else. And, you know, I do. I mean, I take people and say, man, I got some really hot spots and I'll take them there. And I share the river with everybody, man. I'm not stingy about it at all.
Right.
But you got some of these old timers over here, man. I tell you what, they absolutely do not want you in their spots. When you find a spot where you got to travel through the woods and cut down trails and climb down rocks, but I tell everybody where I'm at. If you look on Google Earth at the Boot Hill of Missouri, you'll see like a horseshoe shape in the river. If you look on Google Earth, we're at the very top of that horseshoe right now. This is where the Mississippi River actually makes a horseshoe shape, and the Missouri's on the outside of the horseshoe, and Kentucky's in the middle.
Nice. All right, buddy. Well, I'm going to jump off here, let you pack up, and I gotta
Yep,
run.
we appreciate y'all. We are going to leave. Lee Evans catfishing. He says, "Be right back. Got to go fix my sound." I'll hang around long enough to hang up on Lee.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll catch y'all later.
All right, Mike. Well, take care. Get you some rest, brother.
All right, brother. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Later.
Lee Evans, wait till we start reeling up and he going to pop in here. I'm going to drag these rods in real slow, one at a time, and give it every second that I can. But we are going to start reeling them up. And I can't believe we didn't catch a single fish. I really thought this spot was going to pay off. I don't think I got any bait on this rod. It's coming in awful easy. There's that ledge.
I got a bunch of small ones right here on this side.
Still got bait on there.
But when the wind's blowing, this is a pretty good spot, but I don't know if we're good. High as the winds. Let's see.
Trying to leave the rod there, Stephanie. Sit down there and take care of that people that's talking. Hey, Dink. There's a net. Hey, Mr. Ronnie Moore. What are they out there? They just thank you for hanging in there with us. Wish we could have got a fish for you. But it's the way it goes sometimes. Got some good bites. I got one pole bender down there where he bent down and let it up twice. I think it was just a small one, had to hold the bait. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to find them. That's for sure. We just know that they're not here. Hey, bud. We're packing up. We'll head out. By the time we get back to the vehicle, it's going to be dark, dark. Hope you hear them waves. Don't they sound nice? Oh, I dread this long walk back to the truck. I kid you not. Something bad about it. Walk off real close. That's something like that. Yeah. Which is my blue gill, I think. That's dead at the bottom. Some of them are. Yeah, some of them still alive. I'll catch some more for you. Ronnie said, tell you that he'll holler at you on Facebook. Ronnie said he'll holler at you on Facebook. Okay. There's somebody coming down here with a flashlight. They're wearing all black. At first, I thought it was a bear. Then I seen a flashlight. Oh, you're welcome, Ronnie. Anytime, buddy. I don't know who it is. Don't know. They're going back up the bank now. Well, we'll help him pack his buggy up, pack his thing out of here. You know, let's gear back up. Oh, they got a dog down there. They're just walking along the beach. Uh, come down here, they'll probably might make bait out of it. He's coming this way too. Playing in the water. Thanks for being with us. We sorry couldn't get a fish, but always stay tuned because you never know. You never know. What they say? All right, Ronnie. May need to borrow it. Probably so. Oh, here you go, Danny. All right, we're gonna shut it down and get out of here because we got a long ways to go. We gotta get on down and get loaded up in the truck. This cart, although it does make things easier, it is still a booger to pull along this bank. All right, we're gonna go. We'll see y'all later. Thank y'all for stopping by. God bless you and love each and every one of you. Peace out.